Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, I'm taking a closer look at Action Comics number 962. The mysterious Mr. Oz has played his hands, and now it's up to Superman to decipher what this evil villain is after. All this and more. Let's hop on in and find out what happens next, shall we? Alright, so as the comic opens up, we are once again on the Watchtower, where Lois Lane and Jonathan White, Superman's wife and child, are hanging out with Wonder Woman. From this vantage point, they can see the whole battle, but it doesn't exactly make them feel any better, quite the opposite. A good chunk of their story this issue is them begging Wonder Woman to go back down and help out Superman, even though she, pretty much swore to protect them against all costs. Now, in the previous issue, we saw a henchman of Mr. Oz dispatched to try and either defeat or capture Doomsday. That went about as well as you figure it would have. So now, once again, as it's been through pretty much the entirety of this 5-issue story arc, it's Superman versus Doomsday, with the fate of the entire planet hanging in the balance, typical superhero stuff. This older, wiser Superman, however, does prove to have one last trump card up his sleeve, and that is his own personal Fortress of Solitude, the one he kept secret and separate from the New 52 Superman's fortress. For you see, it's at this secret lair that Superman keeps his very most secret stash of technology, stuff that he was forced to jerry-rig together in his time in this universe. One of these things just so happens to be a functional Phantom Zone generator, which, man, if this doesn't open up about a million interesting questions, I'm not sure what does, considering that this is a Superman from another world or another time, depending on how you look at it, who built a Phantom Zone projector. Does that connect to the Phantom Zone from his world, or does it connect to the Phantom Zone from this one? Either way, Wonder Woman does eventually join the fight and distract Doomsday long enough for Superman to get the drop on him and finally defeat the monster. With that threat finished, for now at least, Superman is able to turn his attention to Metropolis, namely Lex Luthor, who is still running around as something of a superhero. You would think after working together and getting a lot of good work done, they might be willing to hug it out. No, they're still pretty distrustful of each other, and Lex is Lex. He doesn't play well with others. They do, however, agree to something of a ceasefire, saying that if they continue to battle each other the way they are, Metropolis, the city that they both love, will be burnt to cinders in the process. So yeah, in summation, it looks like everything got wrapped up in a nice little package, didn't it? Well, of course, except for that mysterious Mr. Oz, who was pulling all the strings from the beginning, and who, as the comic ends, we discover has actually managed to hijack Doomsday from the Phantom Zone. Yep, now he has his own personal super weapon. Dun dun dun! Action Comics number 962 was one hell of a conclusion to one hell of an arc, one that most definitely lived up to the name Action Comics. It was basically an entire fight scene from beginning to end, and yet it never got boring. It's also probably one of the best Superman stories I've read in a long time to use Doomsday as he was always meant to be used, as a plot device. Only fitting, as Jurgens was part of the original Death of Superman, and how he's also penning this one too. Everything about this story felt old school in the best way possible, and I mean, why shouldn't it? We have the old Superman back again, having an old school Superman adventure. Dug this issue, dug the whole arc, definitely pick this one up in trade when it comes out. Overall, I would give this one a very strong 8 out of 10. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching my newest video. I hope you enjoyed it, and while you're here, why not check out another video I have on offer, or maybe if you're feeling in a supportive mood, you want to like or subscribe. And if you want to support the creation of more videos just like this one, then please by all means check out the Cape Joel Patreon. A little bit goes a very long way, and I will see you all next time.